I wonder what your leadership portends for that community, that your constituents. And I say this against the backdrop of the theme for this year's IDPD, which is amplifying the leadership of persons with disability for an inclusive and sustainable future. I am sure you have your key priorities all lined out and set up as far as the PWD's community is concerned. But then, what kind of leadership do you envision and do you intend to project in implementing whatever blueprints that you have for this community? Let's talk about that before we go into other specifics, along the way.
Anyway, thank you so very much. I'm coming on board at a very critical time in the history of the disability agitation, the battle for inclusion in Nigeria. You know, when our lawmakers passed the discrimination against persons with disabilities bill, they gave a moratorium, a 5-year period of grace, where everyone who was not doing the right thing had about 5 years to measure up. Is it owners of buildings? Is it policy makers? Everybody, 5 years of grace to make sure all people, all buildings, every inaccessible.
So 2018 to date means that moratorium has elapsed,
That
right?
the moratorium has elapsed, and so now is the time for full-scale implementation. The grace having withdrawn, and now it's time for the full weight of the law to descend on defaulting persons, organizations, and agencies.
So your leadership.
So what I'm trying to do, coming in at this very critical period, is to galvanize and have a very crack team. My desire is to have a wonderful team. So my leadership centered on team spirit. I'm trying to galvanize the staff of the commission, volunteers, our partners, and agencies that will be involved in this implementation, so that we can really form ourselves into a crack team and then hit the ground running.